Hey everybody, so in this video we're talking about multiplying radicals. So the way you multiply a radical is the exact same way you would multiply any other polynomial. You just have to remember your radical rules. So here we have negative 2 root 3 times 3 root 10. Now with radicals we're going to multiply coefficients by each other, and then we're going to multiply the radicals by each other. So here I have negative 2 times 3, that's going to give me negative 6, and then I have root 3 times root 10, and that's going to give me the square root of 30. Then moving to the next one, I have negative 2 times negative 3, and that's going to give me a positive 6, and then I have root 3 times root 6, and that's going to give me the square root of 18. Now what I have to do is look at the expression that I have and simplify any radicals that can be simplified. So there is no perfect square that can go into 30, so this will stay the same. So I have negative 6 times the square root of 30 plus 6. The largest perfect square that can go into 18 is 9, and the square root of 9 is 3. So this is 6 times 3 times the square root of 2, because 18 divided by 9 is 2. So here I need to simplify and say 6 times 3. So I'm going to have negative 6 times root 30 plus 18 times the square root of 2. And since these radicals are not the same, you cannot add these right here. And 30 cannot be simplified any further. So this is going to be our solution. Moving over here to the one in the middle, we have a binomial times another binomial. So you may remember this acronym, FOIL, first, outer, inner, last. So we're going to multiply the root 5 times root 5, and that's going to give us the square root of 25. Then we have the outside terms. So that's root 5 times 4. So this is going to give us 4 root 5. Then we have the inside terms. So that's 2 times the square root of 5. So this will be 2 root 5. And then lastly, we have the last terms. So 2 and 4 would give me 8. And now we will simplify any radicals that can be simplified, and we will combine like terms. So here the square root of 25 is going to be 5. 4 root 5 plus 2 root 5 is going to give me 6 root 5. Remember, I can combine these because the number underneath the radical is the same. I'll bring down my 8. And now I can say 5 plus 8 is 13. So it looks like my solution is going to be 13 plus 6 times the square root of 5. And this cannot be simplified further. There is no radical attached to the 13, so you cannot combine it with the 6. So here you would leave it separate like this. Lastly, this problem is the exact same as this problem here. You have a binomial that's being squared. So here what you cannot do is distribute the 2 to both. This is a very common mistake. People think that this is going to be 2 root 7 squared plus 1 squared. All right, and that is not true. You have to remember the definition of what it means to square something. So if I said, what is 3 squared, you would get 9 because you're taking 3 and multiplying it by itself. Here I'm taking this binomial and I'm saying, what is the answer if I took this binomial, 2 root 7 plus 1, and multiplied it by itself? 2 root 7 plus 1. So it creates another problem just like the one we had here. So we're going to have to FOIL this again. So I have 2 root 7 times 2 root 7. Those are my first terms. That's going to give me 4 times the square root of 49. Then I have my outside terms, so 2 root 7 times 1. That gives me 2 root 7. Then I'm going to do my inside terms. So that's 1 times 2 root 7. And then lastly, I'm going to do my outside terms. So what's 1 times 1? And that's 1. Now I'll simplify where I can and combine like terms. The square root of 49 is 7. 4 times 7 is 28. So I have 28 plus 2 root 7 plus 2 root 7 is 4 root 7. Bring down my 1. Now I can combine the 28 and the 1, and that will give me 29 plus 4 root 7. The 29 cannot be combined with the 4 because it has no root 7, so this will be my solution. Alright, that's going to be all for this video. I hope that you found it helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments, and we'll see you all in the next video.